Welcome to the second part of clauses. Adjective clause angin kan ron tito pa header ki en ula. Adjective clause anisani mo. Select the adjective or relative clause. Adjective or relative clause ay nang renga. A connect to ka who, that, what, how, why, ti how well kani tani. Then hemi adjective clause raw chuan eng lai hinge adjective clause ti chia ka identify ngai tani chu. Tiar ula in ris dictate to em. Main clause tin kha khoi nge ti kha zir en tin pot ula. Chumi ron chuta ron beta kha clause subordinate clause ania subordinate clause apo enge adjective clause ani ti kan say to kha. Number 1 ki kita khian who le that. Number 2 apo who le that kan da ve a kiki ahman thei ve a. And I still remember clearly saying in the class tiang huna khian mo mishing kan soy ni chuanin man thei ve ma se who ti hi mangjok ta shamila ti kha ka soy to a essay in zia huna te po emo presi hetiang ang descriptive paper in khoi huna chuanin dentist is a person who gives tizok ta ula amoin kashia a mishing ani wangin we need to give them respect that anlo mangani pon adik tho na chungin hu ti hi ke chuanin ka prefer zo ka chu ti ve ula kan fui por lok cheu ni chu ti chuan number 1 ki who gives dental treatment ti ki adjective clause asan chu dentist sumtang kha aron soita dentist chuan enge ati dental treatment pe tu kha we know a lot of people engang missing people who live in Minnesota. Who live ngatinge who live katia lives katilo subject verb agreement ka kan in fresh up le lokila people ka plural ni wangin who live kan titani plural noun plural verb chunjamang adjective clause number 3, 4, 5. The man who was drunk caused the accident. Hey, claim a detail. They like in kaltaila achan chu. Hemi lesson hi abuai tha ka shetiam. Voi khat ishatiam do na va ishatiam kwarang. Ma se ishatiam lo khan chuan buai theita shethiam lutuk ri lo kan lom ta kin heng hi kan an chun zom don ni main clause zong phatang the man who was drunk caused the accident ta khian main clause zongila the man caused the accident ti kha principal clause independent clause kan ti boka main clause kan ti boka chu pathumin kan soi chhin ani chu main clause independent clause le principal clause hey sentence ma ania ding thei verb omanga chuan verb ba ka adang noun te po omang khami kha the man who was drunk ti like he clause tu ni chu ron soi fia tu kha adjective who was drunk ti ki kan pick up tu chu ni adot le main clause la chuak le ang the nails are rusty. Ti chia khi kan lak chuan main clause anianga alaya khan that are in the toolbox ti khi achang chuan in hemi clause hi alaya mo anda boka atira le ahnunga po da theya alaya da chi ni khi that are in the toolbox ti khi adjective clause tu tiang thau chuan the tomatoes were very tasty ti kha main clause principal clause ania that I grew in my garden tomatoes engchi nge huana ichin khau kha kami noun soi tu the tomatoes were very tasty kami tomatoes soi fia tu that I grew in my garden ti khai adjective clause that I grew in my garden connective so om zelang number 3 ki who ania 4 that oma 5 po that om ta tuna adverb clause a kan lut leang adverb clause aron nisa a khoi lai hinge adverb clause zong leang le main clause kan zon phot zelangai I knew something was wrong ti ki main clause ania independent clause ani boka as soon as I saw you ti ki ani chuan number 2 chuan since I'll be working late I'll eat downtown atlang pui tuin ka soi kha hemi subordinate clause hi atma sa zoka kan da chuan comma omse I'll eat downtown ti ki main clause chu nita main clause a ron bet ve kha since I'll be working late ti ki adverb clause chu nita ni I'll eat downtown ti ki main clause eat ani chu give us a call when you get back from your trip give us a call ti ki independent clause main clause nia when you get back from your trip ti ki adverb clause dependent clause or subordinate clause or dependent or subordinate clause to adverb ni kan la chun zom le anga chocolate because it has a low melting point can be difficult to bake with main clause 2 comma le comma in car ki adverb clause because it has a low melting point ti le ki ama ading thei chin chu chocolate can be difficult to bake with because it has a low melting point ti point ada theya comma kan pai mai anga chu tiang ani lo po in because it has a low melting point chocolate can be difficult to bake with po ati theya tuna kan jiangin alaya khian in dependent clause subordinate clause kan ronda khianin adik thau boka subordinate clause a po khan adverb clause chocolate chungchang khani number 5 ki principal clause independent clause main clause kan shafia tong tro hemi pathum hi ainang vekati kha the cat made herself at home in the apartment ti chin ki main clause ania chuan as if she had always lived there kimi ki adverb clause subordinate clause ania chuta chuan subordinate clause a po enclose mo adverb clause kan shesareng to ta tikhan adjective clause le adverb clause kan identify to tro noun na lutang the report that he was ill is wrong the noun main clause such one the report is wrong tikha main clause nya that he was ill engmo what is wrong that he was ill what is wrong mo what noun clause one what kha changklang puya chumi wangson that he was ill tikhi noun clause ani she is innocent tikhi main clause anya number 2 the fact is that sorry the fact is that she is innocent sorry the fact is tikhi main clause anya nga in fact mo is ki alaya verb ron langa chanchu now kami verb ki in a position na nitani chu ala omta chu wangchon that she is innocent ki noun clause ani the fact ki main clause this one khidyang problem ki a omvele zo bokta kan han aida ma sen noun clause ang popin kan identify pot don ni I am glad to hear ki kha main clause ania number 3 that you have passed ki noun clause I am glad to hear ki glad to hear ti ki verb ani nuala ma se alang lo lama khan zonam that you have passed ti khi ni na lo adverb clause anga han ngai mai te po all value tu kama se I can han siar ta ula I am glad to hear you are glad to hear about what o kha zot le tani that you have passed ti wang han to meet wang chuanin noun clause noun kha I aron soi fia le tani adjective ni chuang si lo khan noun kha aron soi ti chuan that you have passed ti khi a clause lai chu ni tani Kiki kan en leang noun clause. The teacher told me that I was wrong. Kan thiam to em. The teacher told me di ki independent clause ania. The teacher told me that I was wrong. What did the teacher tell you? That I was wrong too. Zona ron zotani. The teacher told me what? That I was wrong. Tu wang chuan kimi ki that I was wrong di ki noun clause to nita. Whether he is guilty or not, I cannot say. This one main clause too. I cannot say the key main clause anya. Whether he is guilty the key noun clause. I cannot say. Chuan iril ruin what ilo tianga. Whether he is guilty or not the ka aron chana ani thei chuan noun clause. I want to know if you will help me in this case. Main clause zong le photila. I want to know the key main clause. Chuan noun subordinate clause too. If you will help me in this case ani subordinate clause akhan noun clause ani. If you will help me in this case, I want to know iril ruin what itilenga if you will help me in this case. Hey, I want to know hanti kin verb ani do verb ron soi fia tu adverb ani do mel tu kama se ask that question what kami te kha ki han en le te ulem heading at one dependent and independent clause, subordinate and main clause, principal clause the poti theya. Independent clause to engmo, one that can stand alone. Subject omanga, verb omanga, object donani. Tin connectives omlo thungang. Connectives kan hanti chuan conjunction that how where khatyang chi te emo relative pronoun ang chi te kha an lem lowa ti khian a fel fai top Katy sipped on her cappuccino ti kha ni top ta chuanin main clause le subordinate clause han zong don chin te u omni omlo entinan mo Makdeu in ron ti chuak thei tho mathematics thiam loina makdeu dewa kan chok chuak ang hian Katy sipped ti khi main clause anyanga on her cappuccino ti khi subordinate clause emoronita se eng verb adverb nge adjective pi lo tur nge chan chumo kimi khi sentence puitling independent clause anisa why Katy sipped on her cappuccino. Entinan Katy sipped ki main clause tu ni theite me omei ma se aron zom tu on her cappuccino ti khamoi on nin kan tana on ki preposition ania atlang pui tu in kimi ki simple sentence bonita amma kan zir to zong zong khamo hemi lesson b ka kan zir to ho ka complex sentence ani complex sentence tu main clause kan zong photatiro main clause kan zon zo khanin khata aron betve subordinate clause khakan han zong le ta a kan la chiang tiro khami chin kha khami subordinate clause ron zom tu kha han ngai to le te u eng word in nge ain zom atlang pui thu in that how which whatever as though if khang tiang ho conjunction ho ti to mayang khang tiang ho kha ni coordinate ho kha coordinate conjunction te subordinate conjunction te an nita ni chuwi wang chon on her cappuccino ti ringot hi lakshan chi ani lowa a vai khian kan bet ti ranga on ti khi conjunction ani anga kan pom themi sentence a chuan ani tat lo wangin chumi wang chuan Kathy khi subject ni anga sipped khi verb le object khi cappuccino chu alo ni ta ni tikhian apum ta ni khi complex sentence ni lowin simple sentence independent clause hey kan then than theilo sentence ho kha pum boxi sentence pui tling ni boxi kha I main clause or independent clause kan tita and tinan Kathy sipped on her cappuccino while she was sitting down tin ronzui ta se while she was sitting down ti kha subordinate clause aron niang joined by the word while a dot en le lokila kami sentence thau kha dependent clause one that does not fully express an idea atini tahian subject le verb le object om ve tho ma se en chin teu ama ka chon Kathy in a intrana tu na chuan while ti kha tel to ta ni while la tel wang chia hian while Kathy sipped on her cappuccino ti ka han ngai to ve ulang engamoni kim lo omani ti kan chengal dona a be na tur in independent clause a omangai ni dule kan phwa chop mayang anwai ber tlar thum ki chiar leang but it is a dependent clause because it is not a complete thought while as a conjunction is there ka amma sa zo ka khanin Kathy sipped on her cappuccino ti omani tro kha a dik club independent clause principal clause anga po kan ngai thayang chu ka anita independent clause top Lichuanin adang aron omleta while Kathy sipped on her cappuccino zo hianin ingamoni sentence bel chinta ilang chuan complex sentence ani ron ni chhode idon ta ni while Kathy sipped on her cappuccino in du sentence lo da bel ta uilamo chumi zo main verb om thei turang khan try ula lichuan I was at the garden. Lolita say, while Kathy sipped on her cappuccino while I was at my garden. While Kathy sipped on her cappuccino, I was at the garden. I was at the garden ti ka main clause ania nga while Kathy sipped on her cappuccino ka dependent clause aron ni don tani subordinate clause khatia kan tel khachon complex sentence ani dei dona ki to simple sentence pakhat top ani independent clause top hi mania ding thei chin ho kha ki chu hwai la wangin ta repeat de unwala kan thanem hi kan ngai thei box ya I was snippy with him because I was running late for work. Hey hi chu tu na ka soi zo cha complex sentence kha ani le ta lock in because I was running late for work the key dependent clause ania kan soi kan tu lom pom lawa kan soi de unwai ya I was snippy with him the key main clause because I was running late for work subordinate clause this one a viola kom kyan complex sentence anitani complex sentence sa chuan main clause o mga dependent clause ombokang independent clause o mga dependent clause om nge tur pakhat emo pahni talo om tur ani kha complex sentence ania this one kan han change to one because I was running late for work comma omta I was snippy with him kiti khian di japon complex sentence thawalania complex sentence where dependent and independent clause change their place a place ki in thak ma se complex sentence ani nakha abolo he next chapter a kan zir tur next class a kan zir tur ania kan soi hong khotai ril ru te lo in seng ula clause shim hi complex sentence nuaya hianin a bet zelani di kha soi fiana ni ta se I don't know how we are going to get over the river. Kimi underline how kimo dependent clause anita. Main clause a omboka, dependent clause a ombok chuan complex sentence ania king hoki complex sentence ani ti kan soi le phot ange. A in underline how ki mania ding thei lo entir nan I don't know kilai no ki in underline tel lo turania ki mistype alo nita how ti tangin in tran turanga yang oh how we are going to get as time goes by where I was to talk kimi pathuma tang pokhen sentence in tran na tang hian tikhan kan she thiam tro complex sentence a chuan main clause oma subordinate clause oma khami subordinate clause in tran na kha king yang conjunction ki tai where as ta as ti te how ti te khianin a in tran thina tianga in tran na khimi bak zong ki clause dependent clause kan soi non liang enge ni ti ka soi to ri don lo tu na chuan nang mani lo zong chuak ve chin ro o a in underline sa ki eng clause nge tu na chuan a in underline ve ta lo ni chuan adverb nge independent adverb nge noun nge adjective clause ti kha a om chuang lo boka main clause om chuan subordinate clause aron omanga chu complex sentence anianga subordinate clause a om ve thei lo ni chuan in simple sentence aniang chu kan remind le lok cheu chia ro le he always felt inferior when he was with her. When he was with her, Tichin ki Lonita say, we are hoping that Lila will come up with some interesting idea with Tikit Lau type Kim Lau Nimo. We are hoping that Lila will come up with some interesting idea. We are hoping Tiki principal clause ani that Lila will come up with some interesting idea ki subordinate clause po eng noun nge adverb nge adjective ti kha lo ngai to le ro a the lady who lives across the street is my aunt. The lady ti kha is my aunt ti kha main clause nya who lives across the street ti ki subordinate clause eng ber a chang chuan hemi clause hi alaya om thina khada han buai lo wila kan zo trap to nya rei to don lo zo trap Tikhan Kiki atop na ani chu I do not like people who are mean to animals. Eng mo main clause chu I do not like people who are mean to animals. This one main clause I do not like people. In real ru khan bracket that one who are mean to animals ti ki subordinate clause ani ti kan zong lenga atira what a clause kind kha kan zero tu na chuan in next class kan ti dan turang zong in kan require here shita who are mean to animals ti te number 8 I think that he is very cunning ti te since you are leaving tomorrow I will help you pack. Since you are leaving tomorrow that he is very cunning. Who are mean to animals? Kimi ho ki subordinate clause mania complete sentence nive theilo main clause a va be ngai chu voina kan zir thei chin tlang pui alo ni ta tu na wind up na tur grey lo te kan soi le lokang emi kinds of lesson masa previous class kar masa khan kinds of sentences kan khoita khata khanin assertive sentence ti te affirmative sentence interrogative sentence kan zir o khatiang chi question kharon chuak te sentence dang le chuan hemi simple sentence complex sentence and simple compound sentence palina la om cheu complex compound sentence a om vele ta hengi sentence analysis kan tia chu next class a kan zir tu chu ni chu chuan theng sentence simple complex and compound zir tu chuan clause kha kan shat photanga ya clause chu chi ni a om ta a mania ding thei chin le mania ding thei lo mania ding thei chin independent clause main clause ti chuan mania ding ve thei lo dependent clause le subordinate clause ti chuan tuna exercise kan han ti zong ha chu subordinate clause b kani mania ding thei lo chin amaro chu mania ding thei lo subordinate clause zong tur po khan main clause independent clause kha om ve nga ya khami main clause atang khanin eng clause nge ni ti kha subordinate clause apo eng chi noun nge adjective nge adverb ti kha shiat thei ve chin bok awangin ti chuan main clause omanga subordinate clause om bok chuan complex sentence ani next class akan ti tu subordinate clause a om lem lo ani chuan ama top sentence a ding thei top be bom dang om lo ani pakhat mo idea pakhat nei ani chuan simple sentence anianga adang le compound hi tun class a kan la soi lowa compound ani chuanin simple sentence pahni om don ani chumi chu conjunction pakhat khana ron zom keu dona conjunction in ron zom keu khan compound chu idea pahni aron soi ti na khang tiang ang zong po khanin angai thei ta ni ale kan class chu i hemi clause chung changa chuanin kan zo le ta phot maya ka soyang khan next class a kan ti tur nen hianin exam aron chuak zia exam shang aron chuak zia ani wangin tiang khanin kan thiam angin kan lo zir nga ke ni pon kan nin ti hian kan in shila du thu sam chu ani chia lowanga i maro chu nang mani pon feedback mi ron pe ulamo nakina heta whatsapp lama khan in shia thiam lo emo i soi fia nga ya lo omani chuanin i toite te ang chuan kan in shil she mi alowa seilu tu kan kha chuan in shil fia hi har thina chumi wang hemi hi lo en tiang ula lo zir ulatin in lo in thiar zau theina turpon hunin nga lutuka kan soi le top na kan soi du chu you keep on studying hard you're going to face different kinds of exams in your future so I want you to know that you have our back keep on praying never forget that you are a very special person a very special person who is going to sit on that chair one day, that chair which you so desire. So never lose hope. Et yang angin shileng ma se chatakin lawin enkol ula. Tuna nang mani ta na poy mo bertu. Chuak lavin ina atom. Zirlai tante. Exam machon tur tan this one do to samani to it all depends on you whether you make the most of it or you make the least of it. It's up to you. Do not be lazy. To can do talk. Potanga way na tan one close can close pote.